Back in 2018, we poured through tons of white papers because we were in a market when we lived through an ICO frenzy. Every single day you'd hear of one ICO or the other raising 10, 20, 30 million dollars. Having read through all of those white papers in sufficient details and having gone into what token economics were, we figured, and we were lucky not to have invested in any of those ICOs, because we all know what happened to those ICOs in the last quarter of 2018, beginning 2019. But we want to be very, very clear that STOs are very, very different to ICOs. And it is such a vast topic that we're going to be probably having a separate podcast or a series in and of itself. But just to give you some highlights, an ICO is something which is not regulated. It is based on an offering of a coin that has the characteristics of a utility token. Whereas in the case of an STO, it exhibits characteristics of a security. And when I say security, it's either a share or a fixed income such as bonds. So by holding a token, you as investors would actually be holding something that represents the underlying share or security or bond. That means you will be having the rights to the underlying share as good as owning a share or an ownership in the company. So an STO in that respect is very, very different. And also because of that reason, STOs tend to be pretty closely regulated all around the world. And when you're regulated, clearly you need to be maintaining a very robust set of compliance procedures in order to satisfy the regulators, which essentially protects the investors to a great extent. So to all of those critiques of ICOs, I'd actually say that look at STOs not like utility token, but as securities, where they're just providing you an infrastructure to be able to trade your tokens much earlier than you otherwise will be able to.